It's Thursday, 11 o'clock. It's time for this week's watch drop. I caught it. We've got another incredible drop this week. But I know what you're thinking, Tim, where did you get that jacket from? Well, I'm extremely pleased to say that we've partnered up with Mr. P, Mr. Porter's in-house brand, and they're going to be providing us with some incredible clothes for our drop videos. This jacket is just a complete favorite of mine, sort of crushed velvet, working cuff. I can even wear it with a t-shirt. As you can see, I'm pretty excited about this, but if you want to check out Mr. P's latest collection, check out the link in the description. Now, let's get on with the drop. On the table this week, we've got so many quirky watches, so I'm going to jump in with possibly the quirkiest. This is a Franck Muller Bamford, an edition of 25 pieces. I've got to admit, when I first saw this watch, I thought, that's a little bit too much, but let me explain why I really like this thing. Firstly, PVD black is very cool. I like that sort of monolithic design, that feel, but it's got Snoopy right bang at the center of it, and he's sort of flailing his arms around. What makes that even better than your standard sort of Timex-y kind of approach to the Snoopy watches, this is a crazy hours. If you don't know what a crazy hours complication is, I'm going to explain it. Franck Muller decided, and I think they're the only people that, I think maybe they've patented it, but they're certainly the only people that I've ever known to do this. The indices around the outside are out of sequence. It starts with 8 at the top, and then it's 1, and then 6 and 11, etc. But as the time elapses, you don't have to think, oh, 6 is in the 2 position, so therefore it must be 2 o'clock. The hour hand jumps from 6 to 7, then to, I'm bending around. You get the idea. It's called a crazy hours because the hour hand is crazy. Snoopy's literally trying to swat Woodstock, the little bird guy, and I just think it's so cool. It's so cool. Anyway, maybe I'm alone on this. This is also number 1 out of 25. It's just an amazing watch. I really want it. Another quirky watch. This is an IWC Top Gun Pilot watch, but it's not an ordinary IWC. This was produced for the in-house Google watch collecting team. They've really gone to town on this. I think it's quite interesting, actually. Firstly, probably the most quirky part of it is that the indices in the hands are bright blue. On a black background, that's not the best thing for legibility, and I kind of like that juxtaposition. Pilots' watches are always designed about legibility, and this is kind of illegible. I've tried the lume out, and it's interesting that only part of the dial is luminescent and the hands, so that doesn't help you out. But I do really like the blue and the black combination. Who'd have thought that those two colors would go together? It's very quirky. Possibly my favorite addition to this dial is the little @ sign at 6 o'clock. A little reminder that you're part of the Silicon Valley set. Very cool watch. Onwards to more quirkiness. This is the Audemars Piguet Ellipse. I know what you're thinking, Ellipse Patek? No. Actually, this was designed for Audemars Piguet way before, in the early 60s, way before Patek decided to start coining that ellipse phrase. The watch itself is not that golden ratio that you get with Patek, but it is an elliptical sort of rounded rectangular watch. And I think it's, I've said it before with Patek, it's the perfect canvas for really interesting dials. And Audemars Piguet haven't let us down. It's got a really amazing sunburst blue with that crisp white Roman indices and white hands. And it's an automatic too. One of the loudest rotors I've come across in a while, but it's quite nice that it's such a thin and small watch, but you've still got the convenience of an automatic movement. It's a really cool thing. arguably the second most quirky watch after the Franck Muller. This is a 1940s Longines with a 13ZN movement. Now, why is that quirky? Well, this was sold in auction in Japan, and the previous owner to this watch really wanted to celebrate, and I don't blame him, the most amazing movement. In the 40s, the 13ZN, I would argue, was one of the most amazing movements. It's still one of those legendary movements. And the owner put a sapphire case back on the back of this watch to make sure that you could absolutely turn this over and marvel at it whenever you get a spare moment. And don't worry, it does come with the original case back, but I would wear it this way because that movement is up there with the very best. 2 registers, a really interesting swirly complication at the middle of the dial. It's just amazing. Go hit the website and check it out because I've never seen one before and I love it. 2 platinum watches from Lange. This is a big date, small Saxonia. 34mm, one of the original lineup from when Lange was reintroduced in the 1994. What I love about this is 34mm, but it's kind of got quite a stack to it, and it feels in platinum like a little nugget of precious metal. I love the stealthiness of that silvery grey dial in the platinum case. It just makes it the most versatile watch for straps. It's a great size. Don't think it's too small because it's absolutely not. And it's every bit of Lange that you would want, albeit packaged in a 34mm case size. Next to that, we've got the moon phase Lange 1. It's a reference 109025. And what I really love about this is the moon phase indicator. It works so well on that really matte, satinated grey background. It really pops out in a way that just makes you enjoy the little bit of blue and the attention to detail in the stars and the moon. What I love about high-end watchmaking is the recipes they use for the different colour palettes, and everyone's got their own way of doing gold and moon phases and the greys in their palettes. I think Lange have absolutely nailed this colour palette. It's perfect. 2 ladies' watches to close it out. But if you're a guy with small wrists, you should absolutely look at this watch. It's an original Vacheron Constantin 222 in a case size of only 25mm, but it's got all of the same design features that you get in the modern and the larger, the jumbo 222. It makes me question how small I could go because I really want to buy this watch. It's an absolute bargain when you think about it. It's utterly, utterly delightful in its proportions. It's so thin. It's quartz, of course, but you've still got that amazing bracelet. You've got that little Maltese cross in yellow gold at the bottom right-hand corner. It's perfect. I love it. I don't think it's going to hang around for long. Possibly the quirkiest watch of the week, and the team is absolutely dying for me to talk about this. This is a Chopard Happy Sport, and it's absolutely mad. It reminds me a little bit of those games that you used to have in the 80s, where you're sort of trying to get those little ball bearings into a hole. But instead of steel ball bearings, these are beautifully finished little diamonds that hover above the dial in a sort of void space above the hands. So actually, if you're unfortunate enough to have these diamonds in the wrong position, you can't tell the time at all because it hides the hands behind it. But if you're the kind of person that's going to buy this watch, you really don't care what time it is. You're just enjoying that fabulous life, and good on you. It's bright red, for God's sake. I mean, it's got a ruby cabochon. I actually think the dial is red mother of pearl as well, which is just crazy. What a watch to finish on. Undeniably Chopard. This is their fun, quirky, extravagant side of the brand. I'm not sure even I could pull it off. Maybe in this amazing blazer, I could. I don't know. I'd give it a go. Let's leave it at that. So that's this week's drop. Something from almost every brand under the sun. We've got a Dornbluth and Sons. We've got JLC. We've got Cartier Santos limited edition in platinum. More from Lange. We've got an Omega Speedmaster 321. I love the movement on these things. That AP ellipse is wonderful. I think this drop is exceptional and there's something for everyone. Go check out the website, see everything that's gone live, and I'll see you next week.